Good morning, class. So for today's discussion, we're going to talk about electromagnetism. So let's first discuss what magnetism is. So magnetism, the natural phenomena was first observed naturally occurring on an ore called iodostone, which is around or was found in Magnesia, an Asian city in Asia Minor. So what this Chinese did early is that meron silang nakita yung iodostone, tapos lagay nila sa piece of wood. Tapos yung piece of wood na yun, pinalutang nila on top of pinalutang nila sa tuktok ng isang water. So, what happened is that, ang napansin nila is, yung iodostone kasi matulis yun. So, lagi po siyang nagpo-point po sa isang direction, in which of course, through their continuous research, discovered that it will always orient itself to the north and of course to the south. So thus this early Chinese people used this iodostone as of course their early compass. So all simple magnets exhibit the same compass effect in which they have poles. So first is the North Pole. The North Pole po ay natawag natin south-seeking part of magnet. While si South Pole naman po is north-seeking part of a magnet. Huwag kong malilito po ha. Pag sa example mo ba, tinanong south-seeking part, magnet, si North Pole. Pag north-seeking part is, of course, si South Pole. So, natin, like poles will repel while unlike poles attract. Okay? So, now we got what we call as ferromagnet. So metals that are strongly attracted by magnet. So such materials have magnetism induced in them when they are near the magnet. Some ferromagnetic metals actually retain the magnetism induced in them. They became permanent magnets. So for example, ang tinatawag nating iron, diba? They are ferromagnets. So kaya nga po ginagawa ng ilan, pag nagpatukan ng isang magnet sa sand, or sa buhangin, may dikit na makulay itim. Yun po yung mga iron na tawag natin. They are ferromagnets. Ayan. And this is now yung ating magnetic field. So, pansinin nyo, class, no? Para po siyang same lang din po na electrical field. So, merong paikot na nangyayari. So, in magnetism, the magnetic field is produced by a magnet and act as an agent of the magnetic force. A compass can be thought as a magnetic field detector because its needle will always try to align itself with the magnetic field. For example, yung dulo ng pula ng compass na hinahawak nyo ngayon, that is the south pole ng magnet. Tandaan natin, di ba nga, si South Pole ng magnet is si North Pole, North-seeking pole ng isang magnet. Okay? So, the direction of a true north, shown on a map is determined by orientation, the Earth axis rotation. So, the axis is aligned closely with the Polaris, the North Star, and the Earth is tilted around 11 degrees with respect to the axis of the rotation. Yan. Yun yung mga magnetic field, di ba? Ito, class, pwede nyo itong gawin sa sa isang, kuha kayo ng mga iron. Nabibiling iron sa online lang, di ba? Or, kuha kayo ng buhangin, lagay nyo sa tuktok ng bond paper, and then, sa ilalim ng bond paper na yon, dikitan nyo ng magnet. Tapos, paikot-ikotin nyo yung magnet sa ilalim ng bond paper while nasa tuktok yung mga buhangin. May papansin gagalaw doon. Those are the ferromagnet ions, okay? So, yan. Tapos, yung pattern na mabubuo doon, yung po yung tawag nating magnetic field. So, because of the tilt of the Earth's magnetic axis at most places on Earth, compasses do not point on a true north. That's why, yung previous lessons natin, o introduction natin about this one is that, diba nga, yung geographic North Pole, diba, doon sa may Arctic Cap, diba, siya po yung magnetic south. Okay po. While si geographic south po, andun po si magnetic north. Para hindi po tayo malilito dun sa ating compass. Okay? So, the Earth's north magnetic pole is near its south geographic pole and vice versa. So, ulitin natin. Why? The north pole of the magnet is attracted to the south pole of the second magnet. The north pole of the compass needle points to the north. So, yan. So, next is interaction between the electricity and magnetism. Di ba nga, sinasabi natin nung tayo nag-discussion about introduction, di ba? Kaya magkapatid po sa electricity and magnetism because of its similarity. Pareho silang merong pole at pareho silang merong charges. 'Di ba? So pag meron po nagkaroon interaction between those charges or those pole, magkakaroon po ng tinatawag natin mga field. Okay po? And of course, this magnetic field and electrical field can be located or can be used on the following material. For example, microphones, motors, speakers, elevators. Ano yung speakers class? Yung malaking magnet yan technically class. So, pag kumuha kayo ng speaker, binaklas na yung speaker ninyo, may malaking magnet yan sa loob. So, they are all possible because of electricity and magnetism. So, a moving electric charge produces a magnetic field in a space around it. An electric current produces a magnetic field around it. A single charge particle creates a magnetic field only when it's moving. The magnetic field produced is in the shape of circles around the path of the charge. Reversing the direction of the current in the wire will reverse the direction of the magnetic field line. So, next are the electromagnets. Actually, sayang nga lang di natin magagawa itong activity na to. Yung may pako, iron nail, tapos papuluputan mo ng coil. O yan ang isang, ng any bakal. So, magnetism induced in the iron greatly enhances the magnetic field of coil. So, the coil whose length is much greater than its diameter is called solenoid. So, eto po siya. Ayun po, ang tendency lang po nito, pag mas marami ko pong pinulupot doon sa nail, na o kaya sa iron nail, mas malakas po si magnetic field po. Okay? So, electromagnets are used in the produce of the strongest magnetic fields on Earth. Two factors contribute to stronger magnetic field. First, sabi ko ganina, wrapping more coils around the cylinder or iron nail will produce much stronger magnetic field and user larger electric current. So, limitation, however, there's limitation, but smaller wire requires a smaller electric current, so the wire does not overheat and, of course, melt. So, ito po siya. Yan, ito yung sana gagawin natin, no? Si Paco, gagawin natin siyang electromagnets. Sayang. For a while, sorry. Ayan. So, yung meron tayong copper wire, tapos meron tayong nail, pupuluputan natin, tapos lagyan natin sa battery, magiging magnet po siya. At magiging mas malakas po siya na magnet depending po sa number of coils and of course sa laki ng wire. So, magnetic field exerts a force on a moving electric charge. Therefore, a magnetic field exerts a force on a current carrying wire. A stationary electric charge is not affected by the magnetic field, but a moving charge usually is. Anything that produces a magnetic field will itself be affected by other magnets. The direction of the magnetic field from a current carrying wire is perpendicular to the direction of the current flowing. So take note of that one. So moving magnet produces electric field in the space around it. A coil of wire moving through magnetic field has a current induced on it. Diba nga sinasabi natin, no? Sa ang definition ng electricity o ng isang electric current, if there is a movement between the electron. Actually, in a magnetic field, meron din movement ng electrons class. And if there is a movement of electron, of course, there is a current moving in it. No? That's why magkaibigan sila palagi. Malinaw po tayo dito. So, I hope na you will have your review talaga sa ating finals. So, once again, the coverage for our finals will be this one, electromagnetism, and lastly, of course, our series and parallel connections. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great day.